Can you see this board?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, it is visible.
All right, so did you try this tutorial?
Sir,
Yes.
sir, last week you told you'll give 1 week time for assignment to submit, but there isn't any space created. But
All
time
right.
is over, sir.
All right. So I'll create one assignment space and you can submit it there. I will do that.
Okay, sir.
Yes. Any doubt in second tutorial?
Sir, question number 5.
So that scalar function this is a solution of Laplace equation. So what is Laplace equation? Del square V is 0. Now we are saying that if V is equal to so it is some function f or 1 by r. Okay, so let me use that analogy. Del square f is equal to 0, and now their claim is if f is equal to 1 by r, it satisfies del square f is equal to 0 for r not is equal to 0, right? So you can do it mathematically also. Just calculate this quantity and you will get the answer. So del square 1 by r is simply right. So what is the problem here? And vector del dot vector del is this. Did anyone try to calculate this quantity in polar coordinates? किसी ने इसको कैलकुलेट किया है स्फेरिकल में? So in the book of Griffith, somewhere in the last or maybe in the beginning, depending on which version you have, the ready-made answers are given. So here you can see, or the same thing in spherical coordinate is this. If you want, you can drive it also. That was the part of first tutorial. Okay, so you can use whatever you want, but since you are not much aware of the Laplacian spherical, we can stick to Cartesian as well. How do we solve it now? Either we use Cartesian system, and if we use Cartesian system, we need to write 1 upon r in terms of x, y, z. What is r? So 1 by r is simply minus half. This is the function. So what answer did you get if you calculate the Laplacian of 1 by r? Is it not equal to 0?
Yes, sir.
Then what was the problem? Or if you want to use spherical coordinate system, that can also be done. So you can see there are three things: del f by del r, del f by del theta, and del 2f by del phi square. What is f here? 1 by r. So obviously del f by del theta is 0, del f by del phi is 0, and del f by del r is minus 1 by r square. Obviously calculation is much easy if you use spherical system. And what answer do we get now? 1 by r square del by del r square, and del f by del r is minus 1 upon r square, plus obviously this term is 0 because del f by del theta is 0. This term is also 0. And what is this term now? R square cancels. So it is 1 by r square negative del 1 upon del r. It is also 0. So this is a mathematical way. And you can also see the same thing without doing any mathematics also. Here we have a point charge Q. What is the potential due to this charge at this point P? Any answer? And this distance is R. How much is the potential? R or R square?
R.
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 Right? And let me write electric field also for convenience only. R cap is this vector. Alright. And according to equations, what is the answer? Del dot E is equal to rho epsilon naught, or the same thing can be written as del square B is equal to minus rho epsilon naught. Rho means charge density. At this point where charge is there, obviously there is a non-zero charge density. At this point, there is no charge. Rho is 0, right? So for this point charge at point P, there is no charge at this point P. What is del dot E? 0, or del dot, see all the things are constant here. Only variable things is r cap upon r square. Okay, it is 0. Similarly, del square v is 0 because there is no charge there, or del square. Now if you see v, all the things are constant except this r. And what exactly do I mean by p? What is the property of this p? P is any point except this charge. Same behavior is here at this point P1, right? Here also you have the same formula. Here also you have the same formula. Electric field at this point Q. Let us say charge is placed at Q. मान लेते हैं charge Q पर है. Electric field Q पर क्या होगा? Potential Q पर क्या होगा? That is not defined. That is quite complicated to calculate. जहाँ पे चार्ज है वहीं पे पोटेंशियल क्या है, वहीं पे इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड क्या है, वही कॉम्प्लिकेटेड प्रॉब्लम है. बट जहां पर चार्ज नहीं है, वी नो द आंसर. दिस or the same thing is this. Okay, so these things are quite obvious. So when we say at point P, P has this property: R is not is equal to 0. We are at some distance from charge, or these things are 0 when R is not is equal to 0. Okay, so this is a mathematical approach of doing this problem. यहाँ हमको नहीं मालूम है 1/r क्या है, but if we know what is the physical interpretation of 1/r, even without doing any calculation we know the answer. 1/r is the potential due to a point charge, and for a point charge, and we also know the interpretation of these equations. हमें ये भी पता है equations का interpretation क्या है. Directly from physics also we can get the same answer. Okay, any doubt here?
No, sir.
Yes, sir.
I mean, is there any doubt?
सर इसका जो मैथमेटिकल डेरिवेशन है डेल डॉट आर कैप अपॉन आर स्क्वायर इक्वल्स टू 0, सर ये मेरा नहीं आ रहा, 0 नहीं आ रहा.
All right. So first of all, let me just re-emphasize that both things has same meaning. ये लिखिए या ये लिखिए, बात एक ही है. Okay. Now you are saying this is not 0. So how did you solve it? कैसे solve किया है आपने? Did you use Cartesian system or spherical system?
सर स्फेरिकल सिस्टम.
Okay. So just I mean, try to explain me how did you proceed?
सर I write divergence equals to r cap d upon dr plus theta cap 1 upon r d upon d theta. I cap.
Del over del phi, right?
Yes, sir.
Dot r cap by r square.
Yes, sir.
Next line.
And सर उसके बाद r cap और del upon dr del upon dr into r cap upon r square कंप्लीट का. जैसे इसका पार्ट वाइज तो रहा है.
फिर इसके बाद
प्लस थीटा कैप प्लस 1 upon r del theta upon.
Dot r cap by r square.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Plus ये वाला थर्ड वाला टर्म.
First of all, let me write it.
Yes, sir. Bracket.
Dot. All right. Now.
And sir यहाँ r स्क्वायर को कांस्टेंट लेंगे del r cap upon dr 1 upon r square and plus r cap को कांस्टेंट लेके del upon del r 1 upon r square का डिफरेंशिएशन.
No, you are saying r cap is okay. So you are writing it like, now you are trying to solve first part, right? Only this much.
Yes. Yes, sir.
So this is del y del r 1 upon r square and r cap is constant here.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
and dot is now here, plus now r cap as it is, 1 by r square as it is, dot del r cap by del r, right?
Yes. Yes,
This
sir.
is
सर
first
ये
term.
वाला टर्म तो जीरो हो गया सर.
Okay, we will make it 0. Now next term is theta cap.
Next, theta cap 1 upon r
And
del r cap upon d theta or
del
1 upon
r
r
cap.
square constant.
1 upon r square is constant. Let me put it here. So it becomes 1 by r cube.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
And now you are writing it as
R cap d upon d theta or 1
r.
upon r square.
So now r cap is constant, right?
Yes, sir.
And del over del theta 1 by r square, right?
Yes, sir.
And third term is phi cap 1 upon r sine theta. Let me take r cap constant first. So r
Yes,
cap is, and del over
del
del
upon
phi
okay.
plus phi cap, and now del r cap over del phi, right? So
Yes,
1
sir.
upon r
1
cube
upon
sine
r.
theta out, and
Yes.
del r cap over del phi. Okay. Now let us see what are the terms. So first term,
First term माइनस का 1 upon माइनस का 2 upon r cube.
just 1 minute. What did you do here?
R cap is constant, sir.
Here r
R
cap
cap.
is constant. No?
Yes, sir.
So I should have written r cap on this side because r cap is constant. 1 minute, 1 minute. So I am taking r cap as a constant and del over del r 1 by r square, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So this is how much? R cap dot r cap is 1.
1 minus 2 upon r cube.
What about this term?
0.
Third term? Del r cap by theta.
R cap upon theta cap 1 upon r cube only.
So I think del
So
r cap by theta is theta cap, right?
Theta cap, yes, sir. So 1 upon r cube.
What about this term?
Sir, 0. Theta cap dot r cap 0.
Now this phi cap.
And phi cap, r sine theta. Sir,
Okay.
minus
No, this is 0,
0,
right?
sir.
I
0,
circle.
0, 0, sir.
What about this?
Sir, r cube, 1 upon r cube.
What is del r cap upon del phi?
I guess, sir, sine theta.
I think it has two terms.
Yes, sir.
Sir, sine theta
Sir,
phi
sine
cap.
theta phi.
Let me see if they have written. So they have just written the formulas only, okay? What I want? Del r cap over del phi.
Yes.
So del r
Sir,
cap
it
over
is sine theta phi cap.
sine theta phi cap and one more term, right? और भी कोई term है इसके अलावा?
No,
sir,
sir.
only one term, sir.
Sine theta phi, yes, sir.
All right, let us see what we get. So phi cap dot phi cap is 1 and sine theta cancels. We get 1 by r cube, right?
Yes, sir.
So we are getting 0.
यस सर, लेकिन अगर सर इसको हम 2D में करें तो सर, लाइक ये वाला जो थर्ड टर्म है इसको हटा के करें तो
Then it is not 0.
सर व्हाई?
Okay, so mathematically you agree that if you do in 2D, it is not 0. Now
Yes, sir.
why in physics you get different answer if you change the dimensions? Okay. So first of all, if you want to understand in terms of physics, you must try to make a physical interpretation of this thing, r cap by r square. One interpretation is this is a some kind of electric field in 3 dimensions. Or
Yes, sir.
when you say electric field is 1 by r square, it's a 3-dimensional phenomena. Okay. If you somehow, I mean, if you are willing to take E proportional to 1 by r square in 2D, then you will have to have more charges somewhere. तब आप एक पॉइंट चार्ज से काम नहीं चला सकते. When you say 2D, इसका मतलब क्या हुआ? You are imagining a system like this. Let me try to make a physical interpretation of this. Let us say this is X, this is Y, this is Z. 2D means, let us say electric field at all these points are same. Let us say it is highest, 10. At all these points, it is 9. At all these points, it becomes 7. At all these points, it becomes 2, or so on. So you can see electric field is decreasing as you go away in the XY plane, right? अब किसी भी डायरेक्शन में आगे बढ़िए, फील्ड डिक्रीज हो रहा है, right? What about
Yes,
in
sir.
Z direction? Let us say at this point, जो पुराने पॉइंट के ठीक ऊपर है, 2D का मतलब है यहाँ पे भी आप फील्ड को 10 ही मान रहे हैं. Okay? At all these points, field is 10. At all these points, I mean just right above these points, field is 9 and so on. You are on a cylindrical surface, something like this. Means these are the surfaces of constant electric field. जितने भी पॉइंट इस सरफेस में they have same electric field. जितने पॉइंट इस सरफेस पे they have same electric field. जितने भी इस सरफेस पे they have same electric field. This is equivalent to your 2D assumption. Okay. Now you are saying field is cylindrical way में decrease कर रहा है. Field is, let us say this distance is 1 centimeter, this is 2, this is 3. Then field here is 1 upon 1, field here is 1 upon 4, field here is 1 upon 9. यदि ये आपका assumption है, now my question is, what kind of charge distribution give this kind of electric field? बता सकते हैं किस तरह का चार्ज डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन इस तरह का फील्ड बनाएगा?
Line.
No.
Line charge, sir.
Line.
Infinite charges.
Now think about it. Let us say you have a line charge. Calculate the electric field. It is not 1 by r square. No. You will automatically realize it is 1 by r now. आप चेक कर सकते हैं.
Yes, sir.
And therefore in 2D, यदि आपको आंसर जानना ही है, sorry, del dot 1 by r और r cap by r is equal to 0 in 2D, या वेरीफाई कर सकते हैं. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So physics is always consistent. So this is a 3-dimensional phenomena. That is why in 3D only you get this term equal to 0. और equivalently यदि आप 2D में restrict होना चाह रहे हैं, the equivalent phenomena is this. और इसको 0 करना है, then obviously it is not a line charge now. Line charge में electric field 1 by r नहीं होता, 1 by r हो जाता है. Calculate it, बहुत difficult नहीं. कैसे करेंगे? Take an infinite wire. Let us say you want to calculate field at a distance r. Infinite wire.
के lambda upon r आता है infinite के लिए.
Right. 2 pi r into z is the area of cylinder. E is the field. कितना charge inside है? Lambda is charge density. Z is the height of cylinder. Z cancels. Cylinder means this cylinder, Gaussian surface. Okay, height is Z. So this is the flux plus top से जो कि 0 हो जाएगा plus bottom से जो कि वो भी 0 है because of 90 degree angle. What is E? Proportional to 1 by R. So in 2D this quantity is always right. ये आप चेक कर सकते हैं, ये आएगा. Alright. और यदि आपको 1 by R square चाहिए 2D में, think about the charge distribution. कैसे पता करेंगे क्या चार्ज डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन ये आंसर देगा 1 by R square for a cylindrical distribution of electric field. Did you get my question?
Yes, sir.
This is the surfaces of constant electric field. Okay. But now field is decreasing as 1 by R square. Means electric field is 1, here it is 1 by 4, here it is 1 by 9. What charge distribution will give me this kind of electric field? Anyone? If I give you what kind? 1 by R का आंसर आपके पास था लाइन चार्ज, राइट? R के by R स्क्वायर का आंसर क्या होगा?
Sir, you need one more answer, sir.
Solve this equation, that's it. Take the divergence of this field in cylindrical coordinate system and you will calculate this rho. That is the answer. देखिए क्या आंसर आता है. So calculate this quantity in 2D now. Okay. Obviously in 2D it is not zero. जो भी है कुछ non-zero number आएगा. That non-zero number is this density multiplied by 1 by epsilon naught. So for that charge distribution, you will get this sort of electric field with this restriction. Okay, so it will be some complicated distribution, कुछ non-uniform distribution charge का होगा.
माइनस आर क्यूब आ रहा है सर.
Minus R cube.
यस सर.
Minus R cube means minus R cube minus 1 by R cube.
सॉरी माइनस 1 बाई आर क्यूब.
So charge is going to infinity and it's decreasing rapidly. So due to line charge, there should be some positive term also. No, something is missing. Minus 1 by R cube means all the electric field is negative. There is no positive field. Rho is how much? Minus 1 by R cube, right?
यस सर.
When R not is equal to 0. And what is when R is equal to 0? So R is equal to 0 point is not still clear, right? And this is some drag delta distribution. So have I discussed drag delta with you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right. So there is some homework problem for you. It will take hardly 10 minutes. You know this answer. If I have a point charge, then electric field at a distance R is this. Okay. Now I am going to give you a reverse problem. This is some vector field. Okay. find the charge distribution using this equation. आंसर आपको पता है, दिस इज द आंसर. ओरिजिन पे चार्ज है, अदरवाइज और कहीं चार्ज नहीं है, बट स्टिल ट्राई टू फाइंड आउट यूजिंग दिस इक्वेशन. ओके, what is del dot f in this case? Del dot f is this. Zero if r not is equal to 0, and r is equal to 0, what is the answer? This. पढ़ा है इसके बारे में?
No, sir.
All right. So 2 assignments now. Read about it in Griffith. There is a small paragraph. Okay. And once you are convinced this is the answer, then use this answer to get this charge distribution. Okay. Give it some time. See how much do you get, and after that I will discuss in detail. So this is the easiest one and the smallest example of finding charge distribution, and then we can deal with this complicated case also. Problem क्या है यहाँ पर? You can see this distribution of charge is discrete. जब आप origin पे हैं, charge है, origin से जैसे ही हटे, कोई charge नहीं. So it's kind of discrete system. R is equal to 0 पे there is a peak, and then no charge anywhere. And when you deal discrete system in continuous mathematics, problem आता है, and that is why this delta function appears. जो mathematics आप use करते हैं सब continuous system के लिए है. There is no definition of derivatives at discrete point. यदि कोई function discrete way में change हो रहा है, ना ही आप derivative define कर सकते. There are many problems. So how do we use? I mean, how do we deal with this kind of discrete systems? जहाँ एक point पे sudden change हो रहा है, and then there is nothing beyond this point. कर सकते हैं, mathematics allow, but life is little bit difficult. थोड़ा सा complicate होगा. So give it some time. इसको करके देखिए. And this is not from physics point of view also. आपके engineering में भी, I mean, there are many cases where you will deal with discrete systems. जहाँ आपको sudden change को mathematics में model करना होगा. And this Dirac delta function is a standard technique to deal with this kind of problems. Dirac delta एक standard technique है इस तरह के systems को deal करने का. So this is a new function for you, but this is quite helpful. Physics में ही नहीं, physics के बाहर भी. So give it some time, and we will discuss in the next tutorial. Once you can deal with this, then we can deal with this also. Although this is very much complicated than this one. All right. Anything else?
Sir,
Yes.
tutorial 1.
Tutorial 1.
1, sir, 1.
No, problem 1 or first tutorial?
Tutorial 1, sir. Previous one.
Tutorial 1. Let me see where it is. This one, I think, yes. Which problem?
Sir, 1.6.
Which problem you are talking about in first tutorial?
1.6. 16.
Find the electric field at it. Yes. What is doubt here?
Sir, for the last condition, I have assumed that for a point charge at infinity, we can take the line charge as point charge. Is that assumption true, sir, or anything wrong with that assumption?
No, your assumption is right. So when you are at a very, like, you take sun as a point when you are dealing with gravitational force due to it. right?
Sir, but a line is a collection of points, no, sir. But how can that collection of points become a point itself?
Right. So the question is like this. Let me read the question again. Find the electrical distance z above one end of a straight line segment. So this is the straight line segment. Okay, it has a finite length, I think. Yes, it has length L. Okay, and one jet distance away from this one end of this point. Let us say here. What is the electric field? That P. So you can calculate EP. How will you calculate? Take a small piece, okay, and calculate electric field with a small piece at P, and then do the integral for the whole wire. You will get some answer. Okay. Now question is, if you increase the value of Z, what is your approximate answer for EP? Can you please tell me without doing any complicated calculation? What answer do you expect?
Sir, take a point charge KQ by Z square.
Yes. So now I am, this point P is at a very large distance, let us say here. So if I see this wire from this point, let me call it P prime. If I see from P prime, this wire is like a point object for me. Although it's a lengthy wire, but my distance is very much large. Okay. So I can assume that this is a point distribution. This is like a point charge. How much is the total charge of this wire? So total charge is how much?
Rho L.
So
Lambda.
lambda into L.
So I think lambda is the charge density here, uniform charge density. So this is the total charge, and this is the approximate answer now. Lambda L upon Z square. Direction? Z cap. Z cap means?
Z cap.
So obviously, this is not the correct answer. ये answer correct नहीं है. Direction will be slightly away from Z cap. थोड़ा सा tilted होगा. But as long as your Z is much larger than L, that is why this is not accurate answer. This is approximate answer. Okay. Now what is being asked in the problem? Take the limit and see whether you get the same answer or not. आपको एग्जैक्ट जेट पे आंसर मालूम है. टेक द लिमिट जेट टेंड्स टू इंफिनिटी, और नॉट जेट टेंड्स टू इंफिनिटी. I mean, take the limit something like, somehow assume that Z is much larger than L, and see, do you get this answer or not? So are you getting this answer?
Sir, which answer, sir?
This one.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So if you are getting this answer, then yes, you are, then everything is right.
Yes, sir. I just wanted to ask, can we consider that whole big line charge as point charge?
Yes.
Or am I assuming anything wrong or going in wrong direction?
No. So when you are at a large distance, this is the meaning, that you can assume this wire as a point charge. Okay. If this has an infinite length, यदि इस वायर की लेंथ इनफाइनाइट है, then you cannot think of it as a point charge. But if it has a finite length, then you can take it as a point charge if Z is much larger than L. Okay. And in that case, your answer should be consistent with this answer. Any other doubt?
Sir.
Yes.
I'm sorry, sir, but I was not in the last tutorial. So, sir, can you please explain what is our assignment?
So out of these 21 problem, I asked you to submit problem answer of I think 3 or 4 problems only. So
Four,
ask your
four.
friends. There were some specific problems. Ask your friend which problems were there. I think there was. I don't
Sir,
remember.
3C is given, 5 is given, 10 and 12.
So 3C and
5.
I think there are 2-3 more problems, right?
10 and 12. 10 and 12.
10 and
12.
so question 3C, question 5, question 10, question 12, tutorial 1.
What about second tutorial?
So now let us come back to second tutorial. So any other doubt in second tutorial? What is the answer of the last problem? What is your opinion about the magnitude and direction of electric field if this whole universe is filled with charge? By the way, what is the answer of the first part? Zero dimensional extension. Did anyone try it? A point charge Q, and we need to know electric field at a distance r from this. Simplest question है. There is a point charge Q here. What is the electric field at a distance r? क्या आंसर है?
It's KQ by R square.
Right?
R cap. Sorry, with the R cap, yeah.
Zero
Sir,
dimensional extension. Yes.
Yes, sir. What is that zero dimension extension?
So something like that. It has a finite length along all dimension. I mean, if you go along x, go along y, go along z, it has some finite size. So when I say one dimensional extension, it means that it is going to have infinite, like this infinitely long straight wire, something like this. So along one of the axis, it has infinite length. What is the electric field at a distance r from this wire? क्या
Okay,
आंसर है?
lambda upon R.
So you can see it is 1 by r proportional, right?
Yes, sir.
Part 3 is two-dimensional extension. Two-dimension means now we have infinite seat. Like YZ plane. Okay. So if I am a distance r from this seat, what is the electric field here? Anyone?
Constant.
And how will you get this answer? Use Gauss law.
Yes, sir.
Now part 4. So this is two-dimensional extension. Why? Because the charge is extended in 2 dimensions. Part 4 is charge is everywhere. What is E now?
Zero.
And let me tell you,
Sir, 0.
0 may be the answer. And I don't know the answer. I frankly speaking, I don't know the answer. I mean, 0 is somewhat, if you see carefully, zero dimensional extension is 1 by r square, one dimensional is 1 by r, I mean, this is r to the power minus 2, then r to the power minus 1, constant like r to the power 0, and now surprisingly we are getting electric field is equal to 0. So any other suggestion?
Infinity.
Proportional to R, sir.
Proportional to r. Why?
यस सर, इसको प्रोपोर्शनल टू आर तो अज्यूम कर सकते हैं ना, क्योंकि सर जब भी किसी नो सर, प्रोपोर्शनल टू आर नहीं मान सकते। नहीं सर, वो जब अपन किसी स्फीयर में कैलकुलेट करते हैं ना इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड को इनसाइड अ स्फीयर फुल्ली चार्ज्ड, उसके अंदर पूरा का पूरा चार्ज भरा हुआ है, तो वो आर के प्रोपोर्शनल होता है ना सर, आई थिंक।
So you are saying inside it is proportional to r, outside it is proportional to 1 by r square. And now you are saying that when I say the universe is filled with charge, there is nothing outside. This sphere is just growing to the infinity. The radius is going to infinity, right?
Yes.
Sir, but at starting it is originated from zero charge, no sir. That's why
No, this
the total charge comes out to be zero.
This sphere has uniform charge density. But there is a problem with this assumption. The problem is this. Let us say this is the size of the universe. मान लेते हैं यूनिवर्स का ये साइज है.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, if we consider E equals to 0, then its divergence is also 0, no sir?
If we consider, say it again.
No sir, previously you wrote E equals to 0, no sir?
Okay, E is equal to 0, so divergence is also 0, huh?
Yes sir.
Yes, it is also a problem.
Sir,
Sir, it may be
then
constant.
in this condition, charge density is also 0.
Yes, so it is
But,
defying Gauss law.
So, but they did not ever mention that charge density is 0.
So that's why I put this problem, and I am not aware of answer as well. मुझे भी इसका आंसर नहीं मालूम है. So think about it. It is somewhat looking. It's a simple looking problem, but you can see it is not that simple. And that is why I gave you these 4 problems in one sequence. Now, what is the problem with proportional to R concept? Let me tell you what problem is there. So idea behind your proportional to R concept is something like this, that you are assuming, so when you have a solid sphere of some radius r, this is the electric field. E is proportional to r, obviously when your distance is less than radius, and E is proportional to 1 by r square when you are outside the sphere, inside, outside. But if your r is equal to infinity, then obviously there is no outside, and your whole universe can be covered in this style. What kind of field now I have? E proportional to r, something like this. I mean, this is the field lines, right? Obviously their density we can define, but there is an origin, right? There exists some origin. If you are on the right side of the origin, your field lines are towards right. If you are on left side of the origin, your field lines are towards left. Where is that origin in the space? ये origin space में कहाँ होगा? Is there any specific point?
No sir.
क्या वो यहाँ पे मान सकते हैं? क्या वो यहाँ पे मान सकते हैं? क्या वो यहाँ पे मान सकते हैं? Because if you assume this as a specific point, इसमें क्या बुराई है? ये भी तो हो सकता था. But if you assume this as a origin, this is the electric field. If you assume this as a origin, this is the electric field. But obviously, electric field at this point P is changing if you change your origin. यदि आप origin change कर रहे हैं, आपका field change हो जाता है, right? So in that sense, this is not an acceptable answer. Because यदि आपका पूरा यूनिवर्स ही चार्ज से भरा हुआ है, all points are identical. आपका जो भी आंसर होना चाहिए, that must not depend on a particular point. So think about it. मुझे नहीं पता इसका सही आंसर क्या है और क्या होना चाहिए.
सर ऐसे भी तो सोच सकते हैं जिस
Sir-
पॉइंट पे अपने को इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड निकालना है.
Sorry, say it again.
सर
Yes.
सर जिस पॉइंट पे अपने को इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड निकालना है सर उसी को ओरिजिन मान लें, तो सर हर चार्ज का उसका एक अल्टर चार्ज होगा, तो उसका इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड अपने आप कैंसिल हो जाएंगे नेट अगर ले तो.
So you are saying E is equal to 0 everywhere, right?
यस सर.
But then your friend is suggesting that E is equal to 0 does not obey Gauss law. Gauss law कहता है कि del dot E gives you charge density, right? Now E is equal to 0 means there is no charge anywhere.
सर बट नेट इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड 0 है ना सर.
Yes, so E means net electric field.
ओके.
Gauss law कभी नहीं कहता कि आप इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड को क्लासिफाई कीजिए. Net electric field and rho is net charge.
Sir, even if charge density is present, net electric field can be 0 at some point.
No. That
Sir,
cannot
if
be.
they are in opposite directions due to two different charges, then
Yes,
it
sir.
can be.
Sir, suppose two charges Q and Q, and at the middle it's
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Q1 minus Q.
This
no
is
sir.
No,
Q
Q and
and
Q
Q.
only. Yes, Q and
Q.
Q only.
And Q.
this is also Q.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
And at the middle, there will be no
electric
electric
field
field.
And electric field at the center point यहाँ पर.
Yes, sir. There will be
Yes,
nothing.
sir.
Yes, E is equal to 0. What about del dot E?
That
Yes,
should
0
also be 0.
तो यहाँ पे चार्ज कितना है? क्या यहाँ पे कोई चार्ज है?
No, sir. But overall, space में तो है ना.
No, just a minute. Rho is a point property. Rho एक point पे define किया जाता है. So del dot E आप जिस point पे calculate कर रहे हैं, क्या यहाँ पे कोई चार्ज है? नहीं. That's it.
Sir, then there is another problem.
Yes.
अगर मतलब थोड़ा सा राइट साइड अगर हम पॉइंट ले तो उधर E की वैल्यू 0 नहीं है,
Right.
लेकिन उधर चार्ज भी नहीं है.
Right. So okay. Now E is not is equal to 0 here.
Yes,
But
but
जो
del
formula E का है, but del dot E will still be 0. वही
Sir,
हमने
del dot
proof
E
किया.
0 है, sir.
E यदि 1/r² है तब भी del dot E 0 होता है. For r not is equal to 0 केस में. And del dot E is not is equal to 0 जब r 0 हो जाता है. So it is consistent with the definition.
ओके सर.
राइट. सो भले ही आपका E यहाँ पे 0 नहीं है, बट del dot E यहाँ पे फिर भी 0 आएगा. हाँ यहाँ पर यहाँ पे क्वेश्चन ये कि E क्या है. सो दैट्स ए वेरी कॉम्प्लिकेटेड पार्ट. बट del dot E यहाँ पे 0 नहीं आएगा. दैट इज श्योर. यस, एनी अदर? So read the book of Griffith. I think this scenario is somewhere discussed in Griffith, but where? But कहीं ना कहीं डिस्कस किया गया है.
सर नीचे वाले पोर्शन में जब आपने E को R के प्रोपोर्शनल किया है वहाँ ये सर यहाँ पे हम लोग जहाँ पे चार्ज डेंसिटी ज्यादा हो उस पॉइंट को ओरिजिन कंसीडर नहीं कर सकते बिकॉज उस पॉइंट पे हर किसी पॉइंट की वजह से इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड का मिनिमम इफेक्ट होगा.
Right, but I am saying that charge density is constant throughout the universe. सो यूनिवर्स का हर एनवायरनमेंट ही है, हर पॉइंट दूसरे पॉइंट जैसा ही है। आई एग्री विद यू इफ देयर इज ए लॉस ऑफ सिमेट्री, कहीं भी यदि डेंसिटी बढ़ा दी जाए आप उसको ओरिजिन मान सकते हैं, बट व्हाट इफ डेंसिटी इज कांस्टेंट एवरीवेयर, देन in fact that is the benefit of this charge sphere। यहाँ पे बेनिफिट है उस चीज का, there is a loss of symmetry here। ये पॉइंट एक स्पेस सिमेट्री एंजॉय करता है कि इस पॉइंट से इक्वल डिस्टेंस तक चार्ज है एंड देन देयर इज नो चार्ज बियॉन्ड, एंड दैट इज व्हाई देयर इज ए मीनिंग ऑफ ओरिजिन। बट जैसे ही आप आर को इन्फिनिटी करेंगे इस पॉइंट का कोई मतलब नहीं रह जाता है। ऑल द पॉइंट्स हैव द सेम प्रॉपर्टी नाउ।
सर
यस
सर ऐसा तो केस बन सकता है ना, जैसे अपन ने इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड टोटल 0 लिखा, लेकिन सर जैसे जिस पॉइंट पे अपन ने P माना है सर वहां पे कोई एक चार्ज होगा, तो अपन उसको निकाल लेते हैं, और एक चार्ज की वजह से इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड जो अपन निकाल रहे थे, जैसे सर आपने एक केस बताया ना हमें करने के लिए कि एक चार्ज है और किसी दूर पे तो अपना 0 है, जब r इज नॉट इक्वल टू 0, लेकिन जब r इक्वल टू 0 है तब डेल डॉट ई का इंटीग्रेशन करने को, सर वो वाला केस लग जाएगा वहां पे।
ये दोनों केस सेपरेट नहीं है। When you write E is equal to this, जब आप ये फॉर्मूला लिखते हैं क्या मतलब है इसका? R is equal to 0, charge is there, right? R not is equal to 0, charge is not there, right? And this formula, यही फॉर्मूला ये भी देता है। is equal to 0 when R not is equal to 0, not is equal to 0 when R is equal to 0. So both the conditions are automatically there in this formula। ऐसा नहीं है कि आप कुछ अलग conditions लगा रहे हैं। This give you complete answer of charge distribution। So इसका कोई आंसर आपने निकालना है, I mean for the given problem, your starting point should be this: del dot E is equal to constant everywhere and del cross E is equal to 0। Alright, इससे जो भी आंसर आएगा that will be the acceptable answer। So think about it, कैसे इसको solve करना है। I mean your starting point should be this: del dot E is equal to some C constant, actually that constant here is rho, and del cross E is equal to 0। इनिशियली कोई कोऑर्डिनेट सिस्टम मानिए, एक्स वाई जेड मानिए, आर थीटा फाई मानिए, कोई एक कोऑर्डिनेट सिस्टम लीजिए, सॉल्व दीज इक्वेशंस। सॉल्व दीज इक्वेशंस मींस आपके पास ये इक्वेशंस आएंगे: डेल ई एक्स ओवर डेल एक्स प्लस डेल ई वाई ओवर डेल वाई प्लस डेल ई जेड ओवर डेल जेड इज इक्वल टू सम कांस्टेंट विच इज रो, एंड 3 इक्वेशंस फ्रॉम हियर। कर्ल 0 है मतलब तीनों कंपोनेंट 0 है। ओके, so you will have 4 equations, 1 from divergence and 3 from curl, and every component is 0: I component, J component, K component। ये 4 equations हैं, 3 unknown variable हैं, and find out the answer। But one thing is sure, your answer will be consistent with the symmetry of the system। What is the symmetry? कोई स्पेसिफिक ओरिजिन आपके सिस्टम में नहीं हो सकता। मींस आपने भले ही कोऑर्डिनेट सिस्टम माना है, यू हैव टेकन ए ओरिजिन, यू आर मेजरिंग डिस्टेंस फ्रॉम इट, बट फिर भी आपका आंसर इस ओरिजिन पे डिपेंड नहीं करेगा। कर रहा है तो कहीं ना कहीं आपने कैलकुलेशन मिस्टेक किया है। सो इट लुक लाइक ए सिंपल प्रॉब्लम बट it is not a simple problem, right? And please don't mind, this is a little advice for all of you: do not use words like upon or this। early age में होता है, but आप कितना भी अच्छा इंटरव्यू दीजिए, if you are using these kind of words, there are high chances that companies are not going to recruit you. आप भले ही कितने टैलेंटेड हो, आपके सीजीपी कितना भी अच्छा हो, यदि आप एक डिग्निटी, एक मैनर नहीं रखते हैं, ये आपके लिए लाइफ में एक दिक्कत बनेगा. सो प्लीज डोंट माइंड, डोंट थिंक लाइक आई एम ट्राइंग टू डिस्करेज यू. Please follow this advice. It will help you a lot in your future, in your career. Is social
Sir,
life?
what are those?
Yes.
What you said, sir? I did not understand.
What? Sorry, say it again.
Sir, you said something, sir. Some words. What are those?
So one of your friend, I mean, so this is like some slang language. Not slang language. This is some loose language. Apan. Apan means like I or we. So these are not right words. These are not Hindi words, not English words. Okay. So don't use these kind of words. We use these words in daily language, but whenever you are in a public place, you are in a meeting, you are in a class, use the formal language. Okay. You can use informal language among your friends, but not in a class, not in a meeting, not in an interview. So I mean, try to have this dignity every time wherever you are.
Sir.
Yes.
Sir, can we consider this static electric field on the similar basis of gravitational field?
So electrostatic and gravitational fields are more or less same.
Sir,
yes. Yes.
So here we do not have a proper appropriate boundary conditions, sir. So we can consider like we can always be at the center because there is no any predefined value for center.
Yes, there is no predefined center. And
so we can consider that we are always at the center because we don't know what is at infinity.
Right.
So the gravitational field at the center is always 0.
Right. So you are zero electric field is the right answer.
But at the same time, Gauss law doesn't agree with it.
But I am getting your point somewhere.
Yes.
Okay. So what is the boundary condition, huh?
Sir, here the boundary goes up to infinity. So except in this case, every other case, Gauss law is coming true. So as the gravitational field, but since such a condition doesn't exist, this is a hypothesis. So Gauss law can go wrong and electric field can be 0.
I think no, Gauss law is always true. But whether you can
yes, sir, Gauss law is always true, but this is not a standard case. The boundaries is going to infinity.
Right.
Such a situation doesn't exist, but we are assuming.
I think you are right. All because since boundaries are not defined in a clear manner, we are not getting the answer, right? I mean, yes, I somewhat agree with your point. So yes, it may be a problem with the boundary. Let me think more on it. And you guys also please think about it. So I get your point. Boundary may be an issue here. That may be one of the point. So whatever is the electric field at boundary, same field will be there on each and every point. And usually we take zero electric field at infinity. Let me give more time on this problem. You guys also think it is one of the standard and surprising problem of physics. And since time is up, let me end the class.
Thank you, sir.
सर
Yes.
सर ये सारे टोटल के आंसर हमको कहाँ मिलेंगे?
So some of the problems I made myself, some of the problems are there on books. All right, I'll provide you answer.
Okay, sir.
Sir.
Yes.
Sir, in this assignment 2, how many we should submit, sir? In first one, we should submit 4. In the second one?
So nothing for now.
Okay, sir.
All right, so let's end this class.
Thank you so much,
Sir?
sir.
Yes.
Sir, if divergence of V is 0, then flux V dot ds is 0.
Divergence is 0, then yes, according to Gauss law, you are right.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.